Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. As I promised, I'm doing very detailed review of Festool KSC 60 miter saw. As maybe you know, it is cordless version of KS60 miter saw. It has a lot of good features and something which I do not like in this saw. In this video I will go detailed through each function and show how it works, how I am happy with it, and what some limitations and problems I see with this saw. So let's start. First of all, I would like to show what accessories comes with the saw. Per saw without batteries I've bought from Germany about 800 euros for the whole kit. But if you watched my unboxing video, you can see that I got extra blade with this saw, which separately cost about from 50 to 70 euros. So having extra blade in workshop always very nice in the case when it comes as a gift with the saw. So let's begin and see what we got with the saw. First and maybe important things is this regular Festool clamp, which we use to clamp some materials to the saw. I will show later how we can use it. Hex key, with which we can unscrew the nut for changing blade on the saw. Of course, instruction manual, kit of extra leg extensions. I will show later why they sent it with the saw and what is very nice thing to have with the saw. If you especially use the saw outside, not in the workshop, so it is very useful. I will show for what we use that. This nice dust bag, it is common with track saws. So speaking about the dust bag, I can say that it is not vacuum that's like a dust extractor, but very useful when you have not any opportunity to use external vacuum. It can take inside maybe 50 or 60% of the dust. I will show in the video the difference with this dust bag and without it. Nice with the zip, open, clean and use again. Next, very nice accessories with it, this angle finder. With this angle finder we can use to exactly measure the angles for which we need count, both internally and externally. Like this we will use internally. I will show later in the video how we use with the saw. Tighten to not move. Then if you need external angles, you move these aluminum parts like this. Find the angle whichever you want. Again, tighten, come back to the saw, make your precise cut for exact angle which you need. The next, before beginning the whole review, I would like to tell you about the opportunities of the saw, which limitation it has concerning to cut. Let's just me open the user manual to show you exact sizes, to not you bother to go through web page and find yourself. So, technical details. As you know, it uses 36 volt motor, so we can use two 18 volt batteries or one. I will show what will be different when using one battery or two batteries. As you can see from technical details, when we use one battery, the maximum RPM of the saw will be 1800. With two batteries, up to 3500. Next, it suggests for us to use Festool batteries minimum 4 amps and bigger. Especially I bought 4 amps kit, but mainly they sell 5 amperes kits with the saw. Why I bought 4 amperes? Because they are newer version, high power output. As well, they're much smaller compared to 5 ampere battery version, and I plan to buy other Festool cordless tools and small batteries, but 4 amperes will be more comfortable to use with that tools than bulky 5 amperes. Next, maximum miter angle left to right on both sides, 60 degrees. Very nice feature to see in this saw, because mainly if you look through high quality miter saw, not all of them have 60-degree mitering function on both sides. Mainly they have on one side 50, maybe on the other side 60, and etc. Next, bevel angle. On one side to left 47 degrees, on the right side up to 46 degrees. And the net weight of the saw is 17 kilograms without batteries. It is not heavy, but it is not lightweight too. Something in middle. Let's go on and see the sizes of the materials which we can cut. As well, in the user manual you can find other important information. As you know, they labeled their blades with the colors to easily find, and for each color you can see the materials to cut. For example, for red one, laminate, mineral materials, and so on. Just let me open the page. With cutting of size. Okay, let's see. Miter and bevel cuts. As you can see, 0, 0, it means 0 degree bevel, 0 degree miter. Maximum capabilities of the saw to cut is 60 millimeters to 305 millimeters. The height is 60 and the width of the material is 305 millimeters. So next, if we use 45 degree miter, we got first limitation. Again, 60 height millimeters, but the width of the length of the material maximum is 215. When we use 45 degrees bevel cut, we get 305 millimeters width of the material, but height is becoming up to 20 millimeters. So I think if they develop this saw a little bit, we can get much better capabilities of for the saw. For the left side of bevel cuts, we can get 40 millimeters. So on bevel one side, maximum height of the material will be 20 millimeters. On the other side will be 40 millimeters. And if you use combined cut, 45 bevel, 45 miter, again on one side 2215, on the other side 4215. First thing which I would like to mention about minuses or cons for this saw is these capabilities compared with much cheaper Bosch cordless miter saw. If you look for their Bosch web page, you can see that maximum height they get for the same blade side 216 millimeters, 70 millimeters height. So what they did, Festool, they took their corded version of the saw, just changed the motor with the cordless one, brushless motor, put 2 batteries for the motor, and that's it. And extra accessories which you buy separately or the big kit with the corded one, they just put in this kit and sell together everything. But I think if they do some small modifications, they can enlarge the cutting capacities of the saw. This is, I think, huge minus for Festool to doing it. The second, compared with the Bosch used just 1 batteries and much more efficient than this 2 battery version. As I'm guessing, they just took motor from cordless version of miter saw, TSC, as I remember, 55, and I think they just took the motor and put here without developing or adjusting new motor for this miter saw. Why I'm thinking this? Because in that saw, again, that use 2 batteries for cutting, but competitors like a Bosch, they use just 1 batteries, and cutting efficiency, as I mentioned, is a bigger. You can watch other videos when people doing test cuts and compared these 2 saws. This is first cons for the saw. During the review, I will tell the rest. So let's begin the review on each part of the saw. I will go to each feature which has this saw and tell about it to you. But before that, let's try to somehow check the flatness of the table, rotating part of the table, and the rest, and squareness with the fences. This is 0.04 millimeter thickness. Let's try to look. As we can see, it's quite flat in the places. Here in the top we can see it passes, but going to the bottom, nothing. On this side the same, we can see. Here and this moving part. Just let me a little bit to show this part too. The same. On the top it passes. So for the squareness with the fence is everything nice, but let's check the level of the rotating part of the table on the sides and moving parts. As we can see, just let me to keep it tight. It is quite flat, the rotating part of the table, but here there is a small gap. You can see how freely 0.04 millimeter can go on the right side, but on the left side it's quite flat with the table, only moving part extension of the table, I think 0.05 will not pass. But on the right side, we do not have the same result. I will try to check you. Just let me move the camera. Here you can see the light and the gap. So buying 800 euros, so I prefer to see very good flatness of the table, both rotating part and static part. Okay, next problem I have with this saw is bevel angle. As you can see, I put angle gauge 0 degree. Let's see what we will get here. As we can see, 44.7. The same for other side. Just let me to move it. You can say that this is not problem. You can adjust it 0.3 degree. But here is the interesting part. I will make it to 0 again. Just a second. 0. Let's put and see what we get. Again, 44. It depends how you moved it a little bit touch, you can get to 45, but mainly it 44.7 point and 44.8. If I put here, you will see 0.1 degree here and there. So on one side, for sure 44.7, on the second side 44.7.8. And for why it is problem? Because they do not put any adjusting opportunity for bevel angles. Nothing, you can't adjust. They thought that from factory it will come at 45, and never you will need adjustment even 1 year, 2 year, 5 year of use of the saw. Why they did that? I do not know. Maybe 10 years ago it's okay, but making new cordless version of the saw, they do not go for any small development from corded version. Just as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, they change corded motor with cordless with battery version of the motor. So you can't adjust it with any adjustment knobs. Nothing exists for bevel adjustment. There are some ways to do it. Maybe I will make another video because this video becoming very long. So if you are interested, I will make a video and show how you can make it that 45. But if you do it, I think the warranty of the saw, maybe they will not keep in the warranty, because we should some extra modification do in the inside of this rotating part. Okay, let's go to next feature. Now I will tell about positive parts of the saw, which quite a lot compared with negative part. So let's concentrate on the positive. And one of the things is this, as you can see, small, just let me to move a little bit more, these rounded parts. if you have MFT style tabletop like me, you can watch this, I would like to mention, you can watch unboxing and assembling video of this MFT style table. I bought it from China and very cheap, just for $150. If you are interested, you can look through my videos. So if you have MFT style tabletop, these small rounded parts will go exactly 20 millimeter holes. You can feel that saw not moving anymore because there are 4 like a small legs underneath of these parts, and it exactly goes to the holes of MFT style table, and it is not moving. Very nice to have it when used, and you do not need fasten through these holes. Now let's unbox this leg extension kit which comes with the saw, and see why they send it and for what we will use it. You will get 4 legs with this kit, 1 extension knob. I will show just a minute later for what we will do. Spring for this one, and 4 hex bolts, and of course hex key. As you can see here, we have similar, just let me move a little bit, so like this. I will unscrew this leg. Why they sent another one? Because you can see the difference in the height. When we will put this leg extension to the saw, this part will be on there and without any support. So they put extra longer one of these to use with these legs. How we will use it? Just put each one here. You can see it's very simple. The form of the metal part and plastic, you can see, and we have a hole here. Just tighten it. That's simple to assembly these extra legs. As you can see, there are 2 extra holes on it. They made for fastening on the table. So you use this hole for fastening to the table with these plastic extension legs, but they provide 2 extra holes. This is one of the things for which I love Festool. They think a lot of they think a lot about the customers and put small, very useful, very necessary things with their tools. I will go, as I mentioned, through each feature of the saw and you will see that. So next thing, again, you can see 20 millimeters extension for this. Again, you will put, if you have MFT style table, here, and the same with just extended height of the saw. Just let me to put the rest of the legs, and I will show why we are doing this manipulation with the saw. So I have assembled the rest of the legs. Now you can see what we get with this leg extension. The height of the table part of the saw becoming the same as regular Sys 3M size 112 version of the Systainer, and you can put your Systainer right or the left, does not matter, and it is dead flat, and you will get extra support. You can see you will get extra support on your both sides, because mainly who on Festool tool lines, they will have at least one or two 112 millimeter version Systainer, and you can put on both sides of the saw and get just extra support for your work. Just I will close the handle and you will see. So such a nice feature which we have with the saw. They think about us doing these small extra accessories and getting a lot of useful thing. You are carrying with you Systainer, you have longer part to cut, put underneath and get your support and do your cut very easily. But I would like to mention that this extra 20 millimeter part, which I saw you at the beginning of unboxing these extra legs, if you put them in the hole to get sturdy one, it becoming a little bit lower than 112 version of the Systainer. As you can see, now it is not flat. Just to let you know about this. And let me change the angle of the camera and I will show the extra part of this longer I will get with it. So you can see how height changes of the saw, and with this small one this part will float and you will get some deflection here. With the shorter one you can see how short it is. This extra support nice when you have with 200 more than 200 millimeters with parts to cut. So again, they think about us. Just put extra this leg and everything works as without all this leg extension.